Hey guys, I'm here with a really fun Halloween DIY or do-it-yourself. I was browsing around YouTube looking for some fun do-it-yourself Halloween decoration ideas, and I found a video by Macachino, I believe her channel is. It's Makoccino. I'll be linking her down below just to give credit where credit is due. I was definitely inspired by her video. Now, I don't do mine exactly the same, so I'm going to show you guys. I kind of made it a little easier for myself just so I could wrap my mind around it. But this is basically what we're doing today. They're little fun tea light candle holders, and when you light them, the parchment paper here, or not parchment paper, I'm sorry, tracing paper glows and the face lights up. And then the candle just looks like an old, gnarly candle that's been dripping like forever. I absolutely love this cute little DIY. Very inexpensive and fun to do, and I'm going to show you guys how to get it done. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you're going to need is a piece of tracing paper. Now, the reason why we use tracing paper is because it's kind of see-through. Now, parchment paper would probably work because it is kind of transparent. So the first thing you want to do is you want to buy a glass. You can get a drinking glass like this from Walmart or the Dollar Tree or anything like that. Now, in her video, she uses a longer, taller one. I opted for the shorter ones because I'm just going to be using them on a bureau during Halloween. And I think that the shorter ones, I can pack them away easier without fear of them breaking too much and stuff like that. I just really liked the shorter ones better. So that's what I chose to go with, but you guys do whatever you want. And then you take your transparent paper and you hold it around your glass just to get an idea of what it's going to look like. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to sketch out my face. Now, with these other glasses, I've done 3 of them now, and all 3 of them are in black candle fashion, like they look like a black melted old candle. But this one I'm going to make it look like a ghost, so I want the candle to be white this time. So I'm going to do a ghost's face on here, is what I'm thinking. So I'm just going to draw, just generally sketch some eyeballs, some ghost eyes, and I think I'm going to make them nice and round like that, and then a mouth for the ghost. And I'm just going to kind of make it kind of dip down like that. Okay, so I'm thinking it's not perfect, but it is what it is. And the color that I want to shine through when the candle's lit, because the candle's going to be white, so I want this stuff to stick out, you know, I'm not going to leave it white. So I'm using yellow. This is just, it's actually a popcorn-scented candle. It smells like buttery popcorn, and it's yummy. So I'm going to just color this in yellow, like so. And you can't really go over tracing paper too much with markers because it'll start to break down. But I'm going to do the best I can. It's maybe not the neatest job in the world, but you guys get the gist of it. So I'm just going to color this in, and I'm going to go ahead and set up for my next step, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So what I've done is I just went ahead and put some Elmer's glue inside of one of these little disposable cups, and what you're going to do is you're going to trim around your face so that you have minimal amount of paper left around your actual face. You're going to take your glass, and you're going to use a paintbrush. I'm just using an old beat up brush, and you're going to take the Elmer's glue, and you're just going to paint it onto the front of your glass a little bit. And you definitely want to make sure, and this was one of the issues I had with the very first one I didn't cover enough space for the whole sheet of paper. Doesn't matter if you go outside of where the paper is going to be, it really doesn't matter, it can wash off of your hands. But you want to make sure you have it under every piece of the I keep saying parchment, I mean, you know, transparent paper, the tracing paper. Because you want every edge of that to stick down. You don't want any parts that are going to lift. So I'm basically going to take it and I'm going to stick it right where I want it on the glass. Make sure that you put it high enough up on the glass. Like, make sure the face is not down at the base of the glass because you're not going to see that shine through there. So then just take your brush with the Elmer's on it and just kind of push out the edges. You can add more glue to the top of it. Just don't rub over your marker part too much because you will smear that color, the pigment out of there. It'll start coming out into the white if you're not careful. So I'm just basically flattening it down, and of course my phone would ring. Okay guys, so while I wasn't paying attention and talking on the telephone, I did smear the yellow, but you can see how it kind of went into the white there. Don't worry about it. If that happens, don't get all freaked out, because you can cover it over with the hot glue, which is going to be your wax on the candle, so we can hide it. So don't worry about that. You just need to make sure that you let this dry before you start putting any hot glue on the glass. So what I'm going to do to speed that up a little bit is I'm going to use a hairdryer and kind of just go over the face of this a couple times to make sure that it's dry, and then I'll be back and I'm going to show you how we're going to get the glue on here. Alright guys, I'm back. So it took me about 2 minutes, if that, to really get this dry. It is dry. So the hairdryer idea worked really well. So I'm using this large hot glue gun by Art Minds, and there are huge glue sticks that go with it. You guys can basically use any glue gun that you have as long as it shoots out clear glue. You should be okay. And I'm going to show you how we're going to get this done. Now, she says to go around the top rim first and then kind of work your drips here and there. I find that when I did mine, if I work from the bottom up, it just works out better. So do yourself a favor. Don't fight with the glue. Start from the bottom and work your way up toward the top. And I'm going to show you how to get this done. We're going to go in fast motion now. So I'm going to speed the video up. And hopefully you guys enjoy this. I almost forgot one important step, guys. I'm going to take a makeup brush and I'm going to distress some of the wax drippings on the side of this to kind of give it a little bit more depth and dimension. I'm going to show you guys how I do that so that it looks a little more spiky. Because I'm doing a white candle, it's the first time I forgot. The black candles have the white distressing on it so that it looks like it's older and a little bit more gnarly. So what I'm going to do is I'm mixing a little bit of white acrylic paint with a little bit of black acrylic paint. I'm going to take a clean sponge. I'm going to dip it into there. I'm going to lightly brush it over there. I'm going to show you guys how to do that in 1 second. Alright guys, so I'm basically just using this little makeup sponge. I'm mixing the black and the white to get a good gray color. You want your sponge to be as dry as possible, so really, really pat it off. And then what you're going to do is you're going to lightly brush over these things like this to kind of just give it a little bit of a dirty, distressed look. You don't want to go too hard. You really just want light. And if you feel like you put too much black, I'm going to show you how to fix it. All you do is add some more white to your palette. For me, it's a table. Use a little bit more white, dab it off, and just go back over them a little bit, and it'll lighten them up a little bit, okay? So don't worry, it's art, you know. It'll look good in the end, believe me. It's going to look just fine. Now, you can do all kinds of variants with this. I thought it would be cute to maybe add a little bit of, like a clear lacquer or something, and maybe some glitter on the edges of these things might be cute, on the edges of the drips of glue. Gluterize your candle, basically. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just distressing some of the edges of the glue. Kind of make it look gray. Now I'm not happy with these, how dark these are, so I'm going to lighten them up a little bit. So it's good. You can kind of make it however you want it, but I think I like mine just like that. Kind of looks like a toasty marshmallow. But I love it, yay! I'm so happy with it. The last step is going to be spraying it. You want to use something like this. This is a Mod Podge. It's a high gloss sealer. It works on glass and all kinds of stuff. You're going to want to spray this outside though because it smells really bad. And I didn't spray a whole ton of it because I didn't want my candles to be super duper shiny. So I just basically gave it a really light top coat of this. Just to kind of seal it together. I feel like it helps the paper kind of just be sealed, and I'm not worried about it too much. And don't worry about putting a little candle in here because it's not going to melt anything. This hot glue is not going to melt with that. It takes a lot more heat than just one little tea light candle. I don't suggest putting a larger candle in here because this is a drinking glass, and I don't know if it's heat tempered or not. I'm really not sure. So I wouldn't venture to put a bigger candle, but this little tea light works perfect. I'm going to light mine up and take a picture and show you guys some pictures of them. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.